Good morning, everybody. Today's plan is to smoke a little weed, go for a run, and think about these exomuscles. The plan is to see if I can't shake something loose with this and see what happens. I think I might possibly be going back. Weed used to make me very, very excited and get me all stimulated. I think there's a chance I might be going back to how I was in college when it started to make me tired. And I think part of that has to do whether or not you're tired or not. And since I'm working a little harder now and I'm getting up a little bit earlier, I'm more sleepy in general. So this might actually make me more sleepy. I'm not sure. But I'm going to go for a run and try to figure out how I kind of want to do this exactly. The main thing I'm wondering about, how to attach the muscles, especially in spots where there's not big flat plates. That's one thing I'm worried about, but I think I can figure that out. The other thing is like the number of them that I want to use, and just trying to make sure I'm getting because I have it all kind of written out already, but I want to make sure the goal is right. I want to make sure I'm doing the right thing, and so I'm trying to solidify the goal so I kind of know how to attack it right now. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about right now. I'm going to go run like probably, I don't know, 6 or 7 miles. That's kind of the goal right now. We'll see how I'm feeling though with my knees, but go out and do that, and then maybe something will shake loose while I'm doing that, and then we'll see. If not, I get in a good run in, right? So, all right, guys, I just got out of the shower, still naked. I wanted to show you guys. I wanted to get on the board like a proper definition, just so I have 100% idea and 100% clarity of what it is I'm trying to do. I mean, I know pretty much what I want to do, like probably better than most humans on Earth, but I want to know exactly what it is I'm trying to do. This may change, but for now, this is exactly what I'm trying to do. So the goal is to build the Mark I non-powered. The definition of the Mark I non-powered is a fully jointed aluminum exoskeleton with deep and superficial frames that have anchors for exomuscles between them, and cold forged aluminum skin on superficial frame, and has pressure sensing silicon internal support structure, and has joint position sensors. Ruff, 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 ruff. Oh, wait a minute, I forgot something. Yum. I'm back outside, guys. Today is a getting high kind of day and thinking kind of day. One thing that I hadn't really told you guys about is that I've never really talked about this on camera before, but I was actually getting a little bit of anxiety for a while, and I've never been the kind of person to get anxiety. And I think part of it was actually doing these videos so much was putting like a lot of pressure on me, and it was really good because I kind of needed that pressure in my life because I had worked hard, but I didn't work hard like I'm working now. I am working way harder now than I was before. So it was good in that sense, but I was just doing that, and I had stopped exercising, and I wasn't really doing martial arts. And those two things together, and then I was smoking a lot of weed, if you remember from the beginning, it was giving me anxiety. Maybe I might have talked about this a little bit on the vlog, but anyway, I've been working out like crazy. If you followed the vlog, you've heard me talk about it. I've kind of stopped filming it because for me it's now kind of it's more, I'll talk about it a little bit because I want to inspire people, but mostly it's just me kind of getting my shit together. It's not that interesting. I'm trying to focus on what makes me really unique, and what makes me really unique is not that I'm an amazing athlete. What makes me really unique is that I'm building an Iron Man suit. So, but anyway, what I was going to say is it's mostly gone. Like, I've been working out so much. I've been working out a lot, and I just realized kind of today, I'm like, man, I don't feel anxious at all anymore. I think it's the working out. That's really the only thing I've changed. I've even started smoking weed again because I still enjoy it. I'm not going to do it as much as I was because I think I don't know if it's beneficial to do it that much, but I am going to keep working out for sure. Like, I had to run really slow today because my body's getting a little bit tired from all the abuse. So I ran at like a 13-minute pace, but I ran 6 miles. Anyway, I think all that exercise is just kind of burning out that extra energy that can kind of cause you to be anxious. So, and my work has been pretty good and clear since I started working out as well. So I don't think it's having any negative effect on that. Anyway, still thinking about the exomuscles and what I want to do. I'm thinking what what I need to do on those, what I need for this to work is I need to figure out the minimum number of muscles I can move. I think the full suit, I think what I want to do is a full suit. My main goal is kind of to build a suit that flies. So the actuators I put in should sort of be trying to get that goal met. So what it really means is I need something that can kind of hold me straight up and down like that. So probably the pec and back muscle, like the lat's not gonna be exactly how it is in the arm, but then it's like, okay, so that holds the arm down, but then I still have that rotational movement, and then I still have this motion to deal with. So then do I put biceps and triceps in there? You know, probably. So if I did pecs, biceps, triceps, and then of course you have to have your oblique. So this is the thing, this is the problem though, in order to get your body rigid, you almost have to have a fully actuated suit, right? So if you do biceps and triceps, you can lock out that muscle like this, and then with these two muscles you can lock it down. It may not, in that case, it might not be, a delt, for instance, may not be that important to have. So maybe I could eliminate the deltoid muscle, which I'm actually having a little bit of trouble with the deltoid muscle right now. So that may make a little bit of sense. But then it's also like, maybe I should just figure out how to put it in there anyway, since you're gonna fucking do it. I don't know. It's such a big goal. I think it's better if I try to focus. What I did with some of the, if you remember, I got stuck on draft 2 and I couldn't get it to work and connect and stuff, and I realized I was trying to make it too curved and too form-fitting, and that's when I switched to the more rounded, kind of bulky design that you guys saw from yesterday's video. How dope was yesterday's video, by the way? Fucking great video. It's doing really well right now. It's my best performing video. If you haven't seen that video for whatever reason, you're watching this video, go watch that video. That video was dope. I went through the entire suit. Anyway, yeah, so it helped me to go from like being more streamlined to more bulky. So now what I want to do is I want to figure out, I'm going to try to apply the same thing to my logic on the exomuscles. I think I might just need to go start. What I might need to do, I might just need to go actually just try to build it. That might be what I need to do, because what I think I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to think and figure it out, but I really don't know until I try. So what I might need to do, and I think where I want to start, is where to put anchors, exomuscle anchors, for probably where the pec and lat come in, and those will come in and attach right above my elbow there. I can't really point because I got the camera in one hand, but right there above, right below my elbow. And the reason for that is the main point they come into is going to be right here, and that's going to pull the arm forward and backwards, and then they come down and they attach one there on opposite sides. So actually they'll be in the ring, so actually they'll be a little deeper. So they'll be inside the ring, right? No. They attach above. They attach above the arm. Okay, so those two attach above the elbow joint, and those, when they fire, are going to also be able to pull internally and externally on the arm like this. This is the theory. I'm not, to be perfectly honest, I'm not 100% sure this is the best way to do it. This is how your body does it, sort of. Like, this is not actually how what your body actually does is they both pull one direction. They both pull forward. So internally, what I mean by it when your body does is most of your muscles move multiple joints in your body. So this is not how humans design robots. Most humans, the way we design robots, we try to make it simple, and then we're like, we make one motor for each joint. That's generally how robots are done by humans. The problem with this is that while making it simpler, it can be less robust, and it allows for less fineness of movement. And so like most muscles in your body, not only do they attach through like multiple joints. So literally it's like your bicep attached. I had to switch to my hand because that fucking camera overheated. Anyway, your bicep comes from your lower arm to here, and it moves across two joints. So this is helpful for like throwing stuff, and then same thing happens to your tricep. Your tricep attaches up here, and then so it actually attaches like into your I think it's your scapula. I think both of them attach into your scapula. I don't think they attach into your clavicle. They attach into your scapula, and then they come down, but it's like right at the joint, so it's just barely into the upper joint, but it doesn't actually, neither of those muscles actually attach to your humerus, which is the bone of your upper arm.
So neither of them actually attach there. They attach on the other ends of there, and the other one's attached down in here. So anyway, that helps you like throw stuff like that. It helps you do kind of, and then like, striking and stuff. A lot of things that humans do that are fluid. You also have muscles that just act over one. So you actually have a big muscle down here that also helps bend your arm down here. If you look at bodybuilders, you can kind of see another lump there, and that's what that muscle is. If I like push really hard and I push it out, you can kind of see it bumping out there. You see how there's kind of 3 bumps there instead of just 2. So anyway, your body does both essentially. So I'm trying to get the muscles to do. I want the muscles to mostly be like doing the bigger muscles, like the biceps and the pecs, and I want those to be big muscles, and most of them I want to connect through multiple joints because I think it'll give good gross movement to the suit. And this is kind of what I was thinking about trying to do for the trial, is just to do those big gross movements. What I worry about that though is like if there's going to be enough finesse. Like if the suit is actually even, so like I'm going to hand it off to an AI to try to drive it. I'm going to write I'm not going to try to write a traditional algorithm. I don't think I'd be able to figure it out. I think I need to figure out how to make an AI do it, and then figure out what I'm going to do with my approach to a lot of my problem solving is I'm going to try to figure out how AI works and then find as many places to make AI work as possible. So I had to more memorize one solution and then how to take that solution and move it through a bunch of different things. I'm going to work less algorithmically. I mean, you can do algorithms. It's not that hard to do them, but instead of figure out how to make an AI and make it work really good. This is my theory. It's also how I plan to have the suit fly. So I plan to design a video game that'll mimic how the suit's going to fly, because what I want the AI to be able to do is if I move out like this, is to know, okay, this hand is in this position, this hand is in this position, but the goal of the AI for the flying bot is it's going to be a deep reinforcement learning AI, and if you can look at my videos, you look on other videos and figure out what that is, but essentially what it is instead of being like an image classifier that takes images and puts them into piles, they take the same kind of net that they do it with, and they put it, and they teach it to play a video game. And what they do is they give it a reward, and it tries to maximize the reward. And when they use them to play video games all the time, that's how they study them a lot. Like they'll use them to play the Atari games, and the reward for that is really simple. It's just the score. So that makes it really simple. In real world solutions, it's a little bit harder because you have to figure out what you're going to reward the AI for. What I'm going to reward the AI for to move the suit is I'm going to come up with a number that represents that I'm mostly in the middle of the suit. And that'll be done more algorithmically. That's what I was talking about. But then I'm going to let the suit control. So then what you do is you give it a bunch of data. So you give it all the positions of all the suit. You give it pressure sensor data on the inside. Eventually I'm going to give it EMG data on the muscles firing. Give it all this data, and then let it control the actuators, and then let the suit figure out. And then the goal, this what I'd like to make a video game for, but I really don't know how to do this one. This one's more complicated. The rocket problem is actually easier to solve that way. What was I saying? Oh, for the rocket, the goal is going to be to keep obviously the thing standing up. Eventually, I'll tell it what I want to do. So if I want it to stand up, it gets points for staying up. If I want it to move forward, it gets points for moving forward at the proper speed, backwards, sideways. So whatever the motions I want it to learn, I'll give it points for doing those motions. So in that regard, not falling down will be a reward, and then moving the way I want it to make it move, right? So that's what it'll be rewarded for. And then the other thing it'll be rewarded for, like, secondarily, is keeping all the thrust aimed mostly down as possible, so that you're increasing efficiency and use of the rocket as much as possible. And also because I want to look really dope and I want to stand really fucking tall in this thing as I fly. And the way they do that is, the way they do it with rockets is they gimbal the rockets. And so it's really easy though with the tube, because if it starts to spin, go this way, you just turn the rockets to point it and pull it back around. So you turn the rockets thrust going that way, and so if it's falling, the thrust comes this way and pushes it back up. And so what it does is it takes the engine and it gimbals it around and it keeps the rocket going up. It's pretty easy to do with algorithmically with just something that looks like that. It's a lot harder to do algorithmically with something that's it's like a human that can be in a whole bunch of different positions. But an AI could just learn by trial and error, and because an AI is on a computer and it works so much faster than a human could. And not to say that a human couldn't learn how to do this. We've learned how to fly helicopters and stuff, which is pretty crazy, completely manually. So it could be possible for a human to learn how to do this. And if you look at Richard Browning, the guy who flies without this kind of method, he just straps rockets and he literally just holds them, and he just flies around. He started off like really wide, and he is slowly getting higher, but he has him on his back, so he's a little more stable. Me having him on my feet and doing this, I'm gonna move around a lot. So it'd be very hard for a human to do. I don't think it'd be impossible, but that's not the goal. The goal is to give AI control over, and I'll actually have the engine's gimbal like that, and then I'll just give the AI over the gimbal position for all the just four motors, and then I'll give it the position, and that's why I want to have the position of each of the joints. That's one of the things I wrote on the goal. That's why I want to have it, is so that I know the position, and I can calculate what position I'm at, and I can feed that to the robot. So the robot knows, so to the AI, so the AI knows I'm in, this position. It would just have to like turn this one off, right? Or if I'm like this, okay, now I need to turn it and point it down as much as possible. So I get in some weird ass Iron Man position flying around, and it should know how to do it. Now to start with, I'm going to start with variations of all kind of mostly standing up, right? So if I kind of fly like this, it'll be good. But that would be the idea, is I can just kind of get into whatever position I want to be in. Mostly standing up would be the idea, and I'll just be able to fly. And then I'll also have trained it on which direction to go, and then what I can do is I'll put a headset on that'll measure brainwaves, and I'll teach the headset, and they've already done this with drones, it's not that complicated to do. I can say go forward, and it'll go forward, back, whatever, and I can actually control I can tell the suit what I'm trying to do and where I'm trying to go. That's the idea. This I'm actually trying to do with this suit. This is not that. This type of hovering is something I'm trying to do with this suit, the suit I'm building this time. I'm trying to make this one hover. So there is also the possibility to doing that I don't need to actuate it first. I could theoretically get in it without it being actuated. The actuators would be nice because it would hold everything tighter, but it wouldn't be 100% necessary. So I still want to try to actuate it. I at least want to think it through a little bit. I think that's what I want to do. I could take the actuators out. I could be like, fuck it. The problem is if I take them out, I can't put them back in later. The odds of me being able to do that is going to be very, very slim. So, I don't know. Alright, so I got some rings inside this Kevlar that I got at Ace Hardware. So, I'm working on right now, like how I want to do the anchor for the end of the Exomuscle. So this is like what the bladder's made out of, or the sleeve. That's what the sleeve is, and then this is the bladder right here, and these ends go here. And so the way this one works, this doesn't have a sleeve on it right now, but the sleeve would go on here, it would come up over this, and then it would go over one of the rings, and then back underneath this, like this. So the sleeve would come up, over here, a ring would be slid on, come back over, and then this would get pushed on, and then come over this, and then curve through 3 more of those. And then the idea from now, and then this used to be a hole, is how you mounted it. But now what I'm planning to do is get rid of that and have this taper, and then come down, and then this comes in and hooks into where you want the Exomuscle to go, like an anchor. And that eliminates the need to make a rope out of this. So in order to attach extra material to the end of this, now you just have the material. This is a braided sleeve, a Kevlar braided sleeve. Now you just have the material you have, and that acts as your tendon going all the way to the suit, and then this acts as the muscle. So you mount the muscle in one spot, and then you can run this like a rope and hook it in wherever you want. And it's that anchor for this that I'm trying to build right now. So I kind of need to figure out how I'm going to anchor it first. This feels pretty fucking solid. So there would actually be a spot that would actually like be cut and fit really well, and then part would clamp on top of this like this, would clamp down on here, something like that. I'm not really sure. Let me show you how this looks on the inside. This is the same way it wrapped up on this end. After the first ring, it comes back, and then it gets wrapped in 3 rings like this. So this one comes here, and this method right here, how it was folded over, is how this one was already done. And then you fold this back like this, and then there's another ring in there, and you pull it down. Then you pull that one out, and there's another ring right there. And that's how these anchor together. So now I gotta figure out that's how this anchored together. Now I gotta figure out how exactly I want to do this for the exoskeleton. I took out one of the rings, and then I put it right here to act as like what the anchor part would be. Now I'm gonna try something. So there's only 2 rings that would actually be tightening this down together. So I just have that ring on there to protect it against the metal on this, but then if I pull on it, and I'm pulling pretty hard, That thing ain't going fucking anywhere because it's pressing down right on there. The other thing is I'm pulling with what, maybe 70 pounds of force? There's no way to know what's gonna happen to this thing under 5 tons of force. It could slide right out. But right now it's not going anywhere. That's for sure. And then what I want is some kind of like way to like twist this up and like almost pigtail it at the top. Something like that. Like you can even wrap that part in tape almost. I mean, that would be a little ridiculous, but it would work. Or maybe heat shrink. Ooh, heat shrink. That could work. Put a piece of heat shrink right over that. Heat it up. And then there you go. That's how, and it looked nice curled up like that too. What's up, guys? I'm on the couch. Roland's over there. Say hi, Roland. There we go. He said, well, he waved hi. He's not very vocal, apparently. What am I trying to say? We fucking worked out so hard today. Because I invited Roland over, or I guess he came over to get his fishing pole because we borrowed it for that one thing that you saw. And I'm like, yo, you want to work out? And I'm like, let's do a cross training thing where like we're competing against each other. And guys, that looked pretty fucking sexy at the end of it, not gonna lie. Anyway, I'm working on that Exomuscle design. I've already started doing some catting on it. I'm getting pretty close on it. Getting those rings kind of helped me visualize it a little bit better. I think it's going to work. I also think I started figuring out where I was going to place one of them too. So, like I was saying earlier, I think I just needed to start on it and not spend too much time thinking about it and getting crazy about it. I just needed to start working on it and start making mistakes and start figuring it out, and then it'll work its way out and I'll start working on it. You know what I'm saying? If I spend all day just trying to think about it, I'm not going to start on it. But I did start on it today. I don't have anything to show you guys, but that's coming. I think I got past the what do I do now phase, and now I think I know what I'm doing. So tomorrow should be a pretty good work day and we should get a lot done. But I think I'm done for today. I'm going to edit this video, hang out with Roland for a little bit longer, and you know, just enjoy life a little bit. There's Bubbles. Sleep on my foot. You guys are great. Have a good one. Just cry.
No. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry.
The funniest looking video. It's Bubbles playing next.
Oh god, I might cry.
Roland's kind of a bitch guy, so he likes to cry.
I'm tearing up.
You cried during our tattoos.
Fuck you. No, I didn't.
Roland and I have matching tattoos. No, but your body cried because you sweated through the thing. Do you remember that?
Yes. I won't forget. We're almost done.